It's episode 2 on BUSqaller, and I'm here to tell you that we're going to first start off by doing our rolls to see how old our MegaMek is that we bought used. So you see I paid full price for it, and I get a credit of this number right here. So we're going to add GM funds. This is going to be, what are we going to call this? We're going to call this equipment purchase. Yeah, so this is going to be a negative number. Negative 14206475. Used B15 MegaMek. I think that's right. Let's see if that was right. Okay, edit that. Positive number. There we go. So it doesn't matter what I couldn't remember if it matters. Okay, so now we have to roll. I have a bookmarked page for dice rolling online, but that's not going to work. I guess I gotta look it up. Random number generator. All you can do is do it in Google. Min 100, max 200. Right in Google. I got a 41. I drag it over, but see? You can see it, right? Yep, 41. So, okay, so let's go to the hanger here and edit this unit. Edit unit history. Purchased. $25. So it's 41 years old. Purchased 2,500. Age 41. Which means that we don't have to worry about it for 8 years before 9 years, 10 years, 10 years, 10 years, because it'll be 51 before we have to make our first roll. So I'm happy with that. It won't last 10 years. I can guarantee that. Be lucky if it makes it out of season 2. Or, yeah, I guess you could call it season 2. Okay, next up is our transport. Let's go to our finances, and we paid $5,800 for our transport. So we just do the math here. 58,319 times 0.25. So we're gonna get 1,400, as you can see back. 1,459. Stomach's oscillating and just saying hello. All right, so we have our number generator here. And I'm hitting the generate button, and I got bad news. It's 180 on the generator. So this thing is old. So, all right. So, well, first of all, add funds. 14. Great. No, I just messed it up. All right, try again. 58,319 times 0.25. All right, so go over here. 14,579.75. Used W15 bus. Okay, so now we got our $1,400 back at the cost of, let's edit this, units history, purchased 2,500, sold, age 180, which means which means that if I go back to the spreadsheet here, the rules say I got a 1 in 8 chance of having to retire it at the end of the year, if it lasts that long. Okay, the armored personnel carrier. Let's see how much we paid for that. We paid 78. You cannot do this with infantry, by the way. Infantry do not age. They just get replaced. So 78, 925 times 0.25. So we're getting 1900 back. Let's hit the generate button. It's exactly 100 years old. Let me show you. See, 100 years old. So we'll add funds. 19,731. Used APC. Okay, just check that out. Yep, so we're up to 402. So got a lot of money for purchases as needed. Okay, let's go to the hangar. We'll edit this guy's unit hit rate. Purchased 2,500. Age 100. Okay, it's a lot of work, but now we got our ages in there. You can see that it's down there, the unit history down at the bottom. Now, the next step we want to do is we want to roll our 1d4 plus 4 for being a light lance. Now, I have to find, I had other spreadsheets that I was working on. I had one that showed how what you had to fall in. There was a point system for this, so I'll have to find that too. But or remake it, which I can do. All right, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna figure out what our, so 1d4. I hit the generate button. Wah, wah, wah. It's a 1 plus 4, so we're gonna get 5. So if we look at the rules, 5 is 250 per, right there, 250, okay? So we're only facing one infantry, a light infantry. Let's go and see if we can start. Oh, I know why. Because you need to deploy force rebels 1. There we go. Briefing room. Let's just hit the, let's just save this campaign for a second. And start this game. That sounds good. Oh, it's working. There's our team. I'm going to do compact display. And we want to add a bot. It's a princess bot. We're going to just leave her completely alone, other than change her name to Rebel. And her color, that looks good. Alright. So game options, I've went through this and already changed this, and we'll have a more of a video on that later on what the requirements are, but we have to destroy 80% of the battle value, or 800 times greater, and 18 turns is the limit. There we go. So those are what we want to do, and I gotta hit the save button on that so I don't lose that. Well, we should skip all victories when. Alright, let's save that too. Alright, so let's just get started here. You can see that we have a 330 value, so we're going to add a combat unit for the Princess, Rebel, Infantry. The only thing that sucks, and I wish it didn't do this, was that you got things all over the place. So I don't know who to pick. Something with battle value, maybe pick something kind of. All right, this is what we're facing. The Soul Cinders. It's blades and micro grenades. Select. Close. Now we need to edit this. Configure that they're 8, 8, and 8. There we go. 8, 8, and 8. One of the things we have to do before we do the battle against the filthy rebels is grab our spreadsheet here. Maybe. Come on. Right here. We have to fill in our battle value. So we are going to face 37. Bam! We're going to get paid $46.25 for this mission. It's a calculation based on what you're facing. Infantry are worth half, tanks are worth 1, mechs are worth double. So not a whole heck a lot of money here for this mission. Sometimes missions, the ammo would cost more than the mission is worth. So, we have to be careful for that. So here we go. We're just going to play whatever map they allow us to be on, which could be terrible, could be good. I don't think I'm going to make any other changes. Oh, sorry. We have to pick our starting location. Change start north. Change start south. I'm done. Okay, so all right, now we have to put our mechs down. There we go. Our transport. Here we go. Our armored carrier. Oh, we can't. Looks like it's going to be in trouble. And our giant sandworm infantry. Deploy. So we can't see, I have it set right now that we cannot see the enemy's strength or anything. So I don't know how long it's going to take to win or whatever. But apparently it's not going to be instantaneous. So we're just moving our troops. Oh, can't get through. I don't think they're going to be able to go anywhere. Alright, so what happened was, as I figured, we had 891% of the battle value, which is over the 800, so they ran away, and we won. So that's how it works. So I hit that I'm done. You want to save? Yes. That's good. So we didn't get anything. Yes. So none of these were a total loss. There's the damage we took, which was none. And we have a Soul of Cinders. Now, remember what I told you. If I roll a 1, I get to collect them because I caught them. If I didn't, then they escape. And I'm pretty sure that you click this to collect them, and this if they escaped. Okay, so let's go back to our random number generator 1 through 20, and we want a 1, and they got away. So we got a 1 on the pay, but we did not get a 1 on this one, so they escaped. Soul of Cinders was killed. Now, a little cheap, but I'm giving someone experience because they get a little field experience, and we're just going to give it to our infantry, and then we can do an after action retort saying the rebel scum fled in terror. There we go. Hit the finish button. We've been disconnected from the server. We have a victory here. We did it. We're amazing. We're 1-0. And we'll go to finances, add funds, contract payout. Let's see if there's contract payments. I said it was 46.25. 46.25 contract payment, Rebel 1. Add funds. There we go. So we're up to $4,700. Woohoo! Heck yeah! And now we got some celebrating music. Continuing on after our victorious triumph against the rebel scum who ran away like cowards because they were far away, and that's actually a good thing that they ran away. Next thing is to go to the next month. But first, let's talk about purchasing units. So we have a rule. The rule is that you have to go in order. You have to have infantry. So how can I explain this? Okay, so you see how there's 4 of them there. It's infantry, the carrier, the tank, and then the mech. So the next unit I have to purchase is the infantry, then the carrier, then the tank, then the mech. So you have to have more infantry than you have other things. So now if I were to get a salvaged unit tank, I'd still have to get the infantry, but then skip the tank and go to the mech. So basically, the rule is that you have to have it in order of infantry first. Anyways, so you can't have 4 mechs basically, unless you salvage some, and then that would be kind of cool. So salvage 3 mechs, you have 3 mechs, and 1 infantry, one transport, and 1 tank until the next thing you bought was an infantry. So let's look. Let's purchase a unit. Let's go look at infantry, all infantry, and then we need to do advanced search. Now infantry have maybe they have no restriction. I think infantry are going to have no restriction on how long ago they were there, because of the riflemen are from the 1900s, 1940s, 1950s. I don't want to cut those off. So yeah, no restrictions. The newest, fanciest tools are the hover assault. I got this one, the jump corps, the frogmen. Now you see there's some plus 13s and plus. I'm never gonna get the ability to buy those. They're just not available to me. So I shouldn't press the button because I'll be waiting forever. So yeah, we have to take that in consideration too. If we go price wise, the Soul of Cinders here is a whopping $224 because you're buying 16 swords and well, there's 2 grenades each, so 32 grenades. So that's what $256 will buy. Cavemen are buying. Well, I guess it isn't because some of them are going to be carrying only micro grenades. So actually, every other one is carrying a micro grenade if I remember correctly. So yeah, so cavemen, there's 400 people that you have to buy, and that would be really expensive on your salary. So, but it's only $400. So as you can see, I mean, until we get into the Silver Knights here with their prosthetic SMGs and recoilless rifles, there's a lot of options here to a vintage assault rifle and an SRM-2 shotgun or missile launcher, so that would be pretty snazzy. But that's 100 troops, and 100 troops would cost, their upkeep would be like 500 per troop, so probably $50,000 a month in upkeep. So we don't want to do anything that's got an extreme upkeep, because we won't be able to afford it. So we want to find something a little less troopy. Here's a laser rifle ones. It's just a basic foot patrol. It'd be 28 troops. Pretty decent. The wing knights here, so that's 225 troops with stun staffs, and I'm sure they do great for damage. Or for actually, well, let's just take a look, because that's what we're here for. It's in alphabetical order, so we go down to wing knights. Wing knights do 16 max damage. Not the greatest. Greatest. The cost per damage is 600. Yeah, so not so good there. So there's a lot to choose from here. We could go with the prosthetic climbing claws and prosthetic vibro braids for our Kunshin Kongoshin troops. So many. Oh, let's see. You want to get some demons, some demon infantry. There's 8 of them. Rifle, vintage assault, and then SRMs. Oh, this is the one that we looked at. That was 12,000. So let's see what does our magic spreadsheet say about demons. Demons can do 9 damage, and for 8 troops, it's pretty big. Pretty big on the bucks. So I think that's right. I think it's only going to charge us 12,000. Oh, I know how to find out, because I noticed that the infantry have a little weird quirk to them. Let's go to finances on how much we paid. Yeah, 1230. So giant sandworms, marketplace purchase unit, infantry, all. What are the giant sandworms? Oops, no, it's this one. $12.30. So that's what they're going to charge us. Okay. So infantry is not expensive. You're just buying the equipment, basically. Laser pistols and flamers for the demon cleric infantry. It's 10 troops. Demon cleric can do 3 damage. Maybe just go with the demons. Or do we go with something a little more? Oh man, just the decisions. Kappas with longbows. And vintage rifles, because that's a good idea. This is a good deal. See, look at that. That's around citizen troops. So remember, we can only have 1 unit of them. Let's look at that one. Oh, all right, I gotta go. Bye. All right, guys, that's the episode. The end of episode 2. Thanks for watching. Like I said, leave me a comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, what I could do differently, ideas, suggestions, whatever you want. Let me know. MegaMek, BUSqaller, signing out.